Here, 200 points on the line.
Everything's on the line now, Sean. Jeez. They've got an 800-meter run into a max snatch. 6 minutes to get that done. 2-minute break, and then we go for time. 8 snatches at 185, and then an 800-meter assault air runner. Know your mile pace. We've got 2 back-to-back 800s from test to test. It's not exactly isolated when you're looking at pacing. So know your pace in test 1 so you can get below that pace in test 2. 3 lists has been what we've seen. A yes, I will most likely get, and a big fat maybe for lift number 3.
10 men on the competition floor, and lane 1 is Benoit Boulanger. He's important because right now he's in 12th place. He'd be the last guy to the CrossFit Games at this point. He's trying to hold off Spencer Panchik and Jack Farlow, along with Norman Woodring. All 3 of those guys put up solid results in either both or one portion of this back-to-back test. So pressure is on Boulanger to hang on to 12th place.
Sean, I'm just looking at the listed max snatches for the athletes in this heat, and it's just basically the number 3 up and down the line, which is absolutely crazy how far we have come in this sport. And what a better example of what the training methodology can prove is that not only do we have that, but we got people running sub 5-minute mile pace 800s on the back end of these tests from back to back, hitting 300-pound snatches, running sub 6-minute miles. That's what it's all about.
Jason Hopper, 2nd place overall after a 2nd place finish in test 3. Dallin Pepper, 5th place overall. He's one of the 3 men who's finished every test inside the top 10. He's got a 9th, a tie for 4th, and then coming off an 8th place earlier today in test number 3.
It's one of those athletes just gets better and better every year. Still incredibly young. He's 21 years old. He's got a lot of talent, and he's got a long road ahead of him, and he's just naturally just getting better as the time goes on.
And Chase, you'll be shocked to hear this, but Noah Olson in the lead early.
Hey, Noah Olson. Somewhere Max El Hodge is like, slow down. It doesn't count yet.
Noah trying to make his 10th straight appearance at the CrossFit Games. And then next week, Cole Sager will be going for the same mark.
It's wild to think it's been that long.
Yeah.
See a nice, good, conservative, comfortable pace in this first 800. Nobody's pushing the tempo too much. The 800 is merely a buy-in to the barbell. Don't want to tip the scales too far when it comes to this test before we get to what really matters in test number 4, and that's how much weight can we lift at the end of this 6 minutes.
Will Morad, Noah Olson, James Sprague, and Luke Parker all on the screen now. Olson was out front early here. And there is Will Morad, the man who pulled off that incredible comeback last year to make it to the CrossFit Games, coming at the expense of the man 2 lanes down, James Sprague. Morad right now 9th place overall with 214 points.
Above a 300-pound lifted 1-rep max snatch. What I'm curious to see is, one of the things that Sprague has been working on is that strength. Jason Hopper, it was part of that basically 300-pound snatch party at the MAC about 2 years ago in that final heat on the first day of competition.
Judge's hands starting to go in there. There's your overall leader, Jeff Adler. Never finished lower than 6th. He's been refocusing his training recently to get himself onto the podium at the CrossFit Games, and he has looked solid so far this weekend as Luke Parker is the first man off. Here comes Noah Olson.
Noah Olson making his way to the barbell as well. And here's
Alex Vigneault, Jeff Adler.
Hey, right in that time frame we've been seeing, 315 to 330.
And Benoit Boulanger is off. And Boulanger is going to start at 215 as Luke Parker just hit 230. And Noah Olson, upper part of your screen at 245. And he will make it. Jeffrey Adler's going to jump up to 255. Vigneault at 265. A lot of 255s out there right now. 2 minutes to go.
Oh, Hopper in the back left in the black shorts looked very good on that. Jeff Adler hit 255. He actually opened up with 225, and Adler is one of the stronger athletes in the field, and it was just to get another extra touch on the barbell.
Sprague just hit 255. Here's Alex Vigno at 265.
Vigno, who also has a 300-pound snatch, had the quote of the day yesterday. He was actually in lane 1 in test 1. And we had asked him about his performance because he had won his heat, and he simply said, "This isn't my heat. My heat is tomorrow when I'm in the final heat."
Benoit Boulanger just hit 235. He's at the bottom of your screen. There's Adler at 275. Will Morad at 275 is good. Hopper's good at 275. Noah Olsen at 260.
Good
Alex
save.
Vigno looks like he's jumping up to 280 here. I don't know what Adler's going to do yet. We'll keep an eye on his judge. Here's 280 for Alex Vigno with less than a minute to go. Vigno's good at 280. Well, Jeff Adler's got 285 on the bar. He has yet to make an attempt. Meanwhile, Benoit Boulanger just hit 245. Jason Hopper at 295 is good.
Oh. Now 30 seconds left. The bar just has to come off the ground before the time cap.
Adler has 285. Dallin Pepper at 290 is good.
He's got to stay in the box, yeah.
Finish it up there, and he's got it. Vigno fails at 290, 15 seconds to go. Noah Olsen stepping up to 270. Adler at 290.
Hopper, 305.
He's running out of time. He's got to get under. There's Alex Vigno. Just made 290. Hopper is going to get it. 305 to beat the buzzer. Jason Hopper will lock up 100 points with that lift, edging out Jack Farlow by 5 pounds.
And that looked like his best lift, start to finish. Had to walk out the 295. He comes back in less than 30 seconds and nails 305 like it's nothing.
Now, Will Morad had 295 on his bar, and I'm not sure if he made it, but let's take a look at what happened here at the end. Once again, it's just frantic. Morad, you can see, missed. Hopper hits 305. Cornoyer with a big lift. I believe that was 280.
Luke Parker, I think I saw 300 in the back left. I might have seen Luke Parker if the signage was right. In those last 5 seconds, Luke Parker may have hit something around 300.
All right, let's take one more look. As Jason Hopper at 305 is going to take test 4 and add 100 points to his total. It's his second test win so far of the competition. So one more look, and let's look upper left.
Upper left, Luke Parker's in the all black. They haven't flipped the scorecard over yet. Takes weight off at the last second and adds, does he add a bar or a plate?
30 seconds.
Back left, Luke Parker.
And what the weight, 300
that's
pounds.
what it says.
Yeah. So that'll do it for Luke Parker. He'll tie Jack Farlow for second. So another big last second lift. As we have the reset to get into test number 5.
Stand by.
Test 5 underway, 8 snatches at 185 pounds in the 800-meter run, and it's Roman Krennikov with the time to beat at 302.97 seconds.
8 reps, unbroken or bust. That's your only option at this point. If you want to claim the top spot, if you want to get under 302, this is what it takes. And not only do you have to go unbroken, you've got to cycle the bar quickly.
Here comes Dallin Pepper and Sam Cornoyer, along with just about everybody else. Now, Benoit Boulanger will be the last man at the bottom of your screen to the runner, along with James Sprague in the white shirt, top of your screen.
8 of the 10 guys, the first 8 guys, all around 26 seconds, which is about 3 seconds ahead of Roman's pace when he got onto the runner.
Jason Hopper was peeking over to his right and checking out Jeff Adler's screen. See his eyes wandering a little bit just to make sure he's staying on pace.
Talking to Chris Henshaw, in the first 200 meters in this 800, is the most important. You've got to get that belt going as quickly as you can. After that 200, maybe back off your pace about 2 to 3 seconds when you're looking at a mile pace. And here, usually on the runners, it's registering in kilometers. But then, we've all been there. We've been there at the back end of an 800, the back end of a 1,000-meter row. Once we start tipping the scale to 300 meters left, 200 meters left to go, we're gonna see who's either fit enough to take it or who really wants to sit in that dark place for those last couple of 20 to 30 seconds.
Will Morad out front early here in this final 800-meter run, 9th place overall. Best finish was a 3rd place in test number 2. Trying to bounce back from a 20th in test 3 earlier today. Helped his cause with a pretty good lift in the opening portion of these back-to-back tests. Didn't hit 295, but Jeff Adler now starting to make a move on Will Morad.
Adler, who's improved his running dramatically over the last couple of years. But the incredible thing is that he hasn't lost really any of his top-end strength. He goes out and wins the back 9, but he wins the back 9 basically, all natural, we'll just call that. No belt, no sleeve, no lifters. Adler's just pure strength.
And his judge's hand is in the air, and he's the only one. And now Cornway's judge's hand is going to go in the air, along with Benoit Boulanger, who has made up a lot of ground here. Boulanger at the bottom of your screen in the all-black. Judge's hand in the air for Luke Parker. For Jason Hopper. Alex Vigneault, but Jeff Adler, 3:02.97 seconds is the time to beat here. You see Jason Hopper starting to pick up the pace a little bit.
Dallin Pepper, bottom to his left, is leaning into that run.
Adler is off, and Adler may have done it. Here comes Boulanger along with Will Morad, and Boulanger just throws himself across the finish line. And it looks like Adler is going to take it. 3 minutes flat. 3 minutes, 0.79 seconds for Jeff Adler. Another win for our overall leader.
If Jeff Adler is coming out here and winning the 800-meter race, walking around like he's fresh, everybody else is laying on the ground except Jeff Adler right now. Everybody else flat on their back. Adler, if he's coming out here and winning the 800-meter test, watch out, Justin Medeiros. Watch out, CrossFit Games podium.
Well, Benoit Boulanger at the bottom of your screen as Adler comes across, sold out in this portion, and that was big for him because he had to do some damage control because he gave up a lot of points to the guys right behind him in the overall standings in test number 4.
For your full senders going forward, though, slide, don't dive. The chip is on your ankle. Chip is on your ankle.